Capricorn season is upon us. Time to begin planting the seeds of intention for 2023. Hello, beautiful people. Life can be a challenge, but at least we have each other. Yes, the sun will be transiting through the sign of Capricorn, and during that 4-week period, not only will Mercury be going retrograde, but Venus will be entering Aquarius. So in this video, I will go over what you can expect when it comes to love and your life overall for your individual sign. And all I ask in return is that you give that like button a little tap, a baby tap. Okay, no more wasting time. Let's go. Capricorn season will begin when the sun enters Capricorn on December 21st at 9:48 p.m. Universal Time, which will be 1:48 p.m. if you are on Pacific Time, 4:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and for those of you that are in the Southern Hemisphere, this will be at 8:48 a.m. on December 22nd in Sydney, Australia, and 11:48 p.m. on December 21st in Johannesburg, South Africa. So let's find the best way to make the most of this Capricorn sun energy. Capricorn is the final cardinal energy of 2022 and the initiating energy of 2023. So the seeds you plant during the 4 weeks of Capricorn season will determine what you manifest from now until March of 2023. So this is the time to get a head start on the upcoming year. Let's all embrace necessary endings and exciting new beginnings as we celebrate all of those determined, steadfast Capricorns out there, knowing we can all implement the Capricorn traits of decisiveness, clarity, and consistency to establish our goals for 2023. Happy Capricorn season. Now, there are two very important things to know about this Capricorn season. Number one, Mercury will be going retrograde from December 29th through January 18th. And don't worry, I plan on doing a separate video on this topic to make sure you are all prepared, so keep an eye out for that. And the second thing that is important to know is that since Capricorn is the opposing energy to Cancer, any of you out there that have Cancer in your big three, your sun, moon, or your rising sign, you may be feeling a little bit off balance and not quite like yourself during the 4 weeks of Capricorn season. For example, if you are a Taurus with Cancer moon and let's say Aries rising, then during the 4 weeks of Capricorn season, you will be operating much more from your Taurus sun sign and your Aries rising, which will lend to you being less emotionally affected by things, which could be a good thing in your day-to-day life, but it could also lend to you being a bit less caretaking or emotionally available, so it could cause some challenges in your romantic relationships. So this could have both positive and negative influences. However, by knowing this ahead of time, you can make the necessary adjustments in terms of your awareness to resolve any imbalances. Now, if you by chance are someone that has Cancer sun sign, Cancer moon, and Cancer rising, then actually you vaporize during the 4 weeks of Capricorn season. Joking, clearly that will not happen, but you will be feeling less like yourself. So it's good to know that nothing is wrong. It's just a bit of an energetic shift that will require some attention in terms of self-awareness to make sure you are still operating in a way that is most beneficial to you. Okay, now that you know the best way to harness the power of Capricorn season, let's see what the energy of Capricorn season, including the shift of Venus on January 2nd, will bring when it comes to love and your life overall for your individual sign. Okay, my powerful Aries, when the sun shifts into Capricorn for you, this will be in your 10th house. So Aries, you have the purest connection with each season because the house that the season transits for you is connected to the sign that rules the house. And Capricorn is the ruler of the 10th house. So during Capricorn season for you, this is transiting your 10th house, which is the house of career, social status, and public standing. So this means that this area of your life is the area that will have the strongest amount of energy injected into it during this time, which will not only improve your manifesting power in this area, but if there are any changes that need to be made or any unanswered questions that you may have regarding this area of your life, we'll be ready for the relevant information to come your way. So this is very exciting for you, Aries, because you are a very driven person in terms of you always have some sort of goal that you're working towards. So you will be the most effective during this 4 weeks of Capricorn season if you put the majority of your energy into establishing what it is that you want in 2023 when it comes to your professional world. Now, this will be a time where you could ask for a raise and have a favorable outcome. It could also be a time where if you've been unsure about what it is that you really want to do for a living, then asking this question and then meditating on that question each morning when you wake up or even throughout the day, this could actually yield the result of bringing you not only the answer to that question, but the connected opportunities to get you into the flow of that becoming your reality. Now, Mercury will be going retrograde during this period, and I will post a video separately so you will know exactly exactly how it will affect you, but keep this in mind so that way if you do decide to start a new business or a new project, by making sure to watch that video, you'll know the best time to do so. But Mercury retrograde or not, this is still a very positive energy for you to make the most of getting a huge boost of momentum with your career. And if you are involved in social media and you're looking to get a boost in your following or even just a creative surge to assist you with creating your content, it is highly favorable that this will come your way as well. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Aquarius on January 2nd, which will be in your 11th house. So if you've been looking to manifest love, Aries, this is actually a very positive influence in this area because the 11th house heightens social interactions, which heightens the likelihood of you meeting someone new. And it is also the house of dreams coming true. So when Venus transits this house, if your dream is to find true love, well, the energy is very favorable during this time. Now, if you're already in a relationship, this 11th house Venus transit is excellent for you and your significant other to have positive interactions with your friends groups, or just maybe meeting some new friends together. And many social opportunities for social interaction will be coming your way. And also, if there are any goals that the two of you have as a couple, this looks really good for you making some headway regarding those goals as well. So Aries, Capricorn season looks like the perfect ending to 2022 and the perfect beginning of 2023, bringing you major opportunities for your professional world and your world of romance. So live it up, love it up, happy new year, and happy Capricorn season, Aries. Okay, my powerful Taurus, when the sun shifts into Capricorn for you, this is going to be in your 9th house, which is a very exciting time for you, Taurus. Now, I can tell you one thing for sure, right out of the box, that this Capricorn season is going to be a lot less heavy for you in comparison to Sagittarius season. Now, I'm sure there was some intensity experienced during the 4 weeks of Sagittarius season, some information even that may have been revealed, maybe even some heavy emotional experiences. Well, Capricorn season is all about you finally getting some positive momentum in terms of new energy coming your way. Now, the 9th house is bringing change and positive change, Taurus. If you have been feeling stuck or just bored or uninspired, this 9th house energy is bringing a nice shift of new creative ideas and new influences into your life that are meant to open new doors for you. If you've been wondering what it is that you want to do with your life going into 2023, this will be the perfect 4-week period to get that inspiration and then the clarity to establish what that is and then begin the manifesting process. Make sure to keep your eyes open for someone influential to come into your life that may be from a different background than you, that is likely to play a major role in you achieving your goals this year. Also, if there is an opportunity to travel during this time, it could actually be a really good idea to take it. Now, I say it could be a good idea because Mercury will be going retrograde during Capricorn season, and we know travel can be complicated to say the least during that time. So make sure to watch my Mercury retrograde video when that comes out, so this way you know how it will affect your sign, and you will also know the best way to plan any travel if you do have that opportunity. But just know that overall, that sort of experience can yield some very positive results during a 9th house sun transit. Also, if there is any new skill or form of study that you've been considering, this could also open up some exciting doors for you, Taurus. Just know that the 9th house being ruled by Sagittarius is also a time of good fortune for you, especially if you have a natal Jupiter in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Now, when it comes to love on January 2nd, Venus will be shifting into Aquarius, which is in your 10th house. So this indicates that if you are single and you're looking for love, that it is likely a love connection that is made will be with someone that is a bit older than you, and maybe even someone that is connected to your job in some way. So be careful here, because we know dating someone that you work with can be really tricky, especially if they're in a position that's considered higher than you. But just know that the energy of love will be prominent during this time for you. Also, because of the Mercury retrograde situation, just make sure that if something does start up romantically, that you take it slow and you really get to know the person before you make any long-term decisions. Now, if you are already in a relationship, this 10th house Venus transit indicates that the two of you may have a nice financial surge, or the two of you just might get the inspiration to sit down and have a conversation about budgeting and your financial goals for 2023. But just know that this Venus transit is a positive influence for you. So Taurus, it looks like this Capricorn season is going to be a very exciting one for you, bringing about a time of expansion, a time of new experiences, some potential love, and an overall positive energy when it comes to your professional world as well. So embrace this energetic opening, live it up, love it up. Happy New Year and happy Capricorn season, Taurus. Okay, my powerful Geminis, when the sun shifts into Capricorn for you, this will be in your 8th house. So be ready, Geminis, for a spiritual awakening. This is actually going to be a very exciting 4-week period for you that is guaranteeing change coming your way, and change in a very positive way. Now, the 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, and we know that Scorpio is all about death and regeneration. So this 4-week period for you Geminis out there is going to bring about some very important realizations, meaning if there's any area of your life that you are dissatisfied with in any way, well, that area will be amplified, which is the universe's way of doing its best to make sure you give your focus to this area, so that way the necessary changes can be made, which will result in this area of your life no longer being an issue. Now, the 8th house illuminates all that is hidden, so any information that you seek will be revealed. If there's something about your relationship that you've been wondering in terms of, is the person that you're with hiding anything from you, keep your eyes open for clues or even blatant evidence that will satisfy your curiosity and give you the necessary information that you seek. Also, if you are the one that's hiding some information, be ready for that to come to the surface. So if that's the case, you might even want to just take the initiative and come clean. This is where the saying, "the truth will set you free," really comes into play, because although revealing the truth can absolutely be scary, it will still give you the opportunity to not only unburden yourself if you've been carrying around a secret, but it will also give you the opportunity to face and then deal with whatever the reality of the situation might be. Now, this is a time, Gemini, of cleansing and releasing for you, which is necessary in order to make space for all of the abundance and all of the exciting experiences that you have coming your way in 2023. So make sure to embrace this energy, and embracing this energy could mean saying goodbye to some relationships, or at least saying goodbye to the previous dynamic of the relationship. Now, any area where change is necessary, change will be made. Now, this is also a 4-week period where you can transform any psychological blocks and begin to process any pain from the past, also to release it and use the strength achieved from getting through these situations as a source of confidence and inner knowing of what you are capable of. Now, in the midst of this exciting but intense spiritual journey, Mercury will be going retrograde, and I'll make sure to have a video out for you to see exactly how it's going to affect your sign, so that way you can make the most of that energy and plan accordingly. Now, also during this time, Venus will be making a shift into Aquarius on January 2nd. So let's talk about what this means for you and your world of romance, Gemini. This Venus transit will be in your 9th house, which is actually an excellent energy for love. So if you are single and you are looking for love, you may meet someone who's from another country or another culture that could be a potential romantic connection for you. Now, just make sure if you do meet someone new that you take your time, because with Mercury being retrograde and with you going through a very transformative phase in your life, this love connection could, yes, be very exciting and even very good for you, but you just want to make sure and not rush into anything. Now, if you're already in a relationship, the 9th house Venus transit could lend to you wanting to give your relationship a boost of new energy, meaning you two could find it very beneficial to have some new experiences together. Relationships do best when they evolve and they grow in the same way that we as individuals do best when we evolve and grow. So just know that this 9th house Venus transit will assist with that energy. So Geminis, it looks like this 4 weeks of Capricorn season could be a life-changing experience, which will guarantee that 2023 will bring new energy and a new chapter and even a new version of you, which is where you thrive when there is new energy. So embrace this energetic opening, live it up, love it up. Happy New Year and happy Capricorn season, Gemini. Okay, my powerful Cancerians, when the sun shifts into Capricorn for you, this will be in your 7th house. Now, I already went over in the earlier portion of this video how Capricorn being your polar opposite energy can affect you, so I won't bore you with that information, but just know that Capricorn energy being in your 7th house will make this 4-week period much less about work or about career, and even much less about health and fitness, and much more about relationships of all kinds for you Cancerians out there. Which I know when you hear that word, relationships, you may may take a deep breath and say, oh Lord, what about relationships does this mean? But I have good news for you, because when the sun transits the 7th house, it is a very positive energy for you. Not only because the sun is one of the most powerful influences in terms of making major changes in our lives, but because relationships for you are extremely important in terms of making sure that the relationships in your life are a source of support, a source of understanding, and a source of excitement and connection, as opposed to a distracting source of stress. So this 4 weeks of Capricorn season is that unique time of year that gives you the opportunity to make some major changes in this area, so you can make sure that the relationships in your life are a positive influence. Now, this refers to relationships of all kinds: friendships, work relationships, family relationships, and romantic relationships. So be ready, Cancers, for the people that are in your life to be wanting more from you during this time. And don't be afraid of this. This could give you the opportunity to share that beautiful energy of yours, which is great, or it can give you the opportunity to learn to say no and to create healthy boundaries without feeling guilty. So don't be surprised if the relationships in your life that you know are challenging for you become more of a focus, meaning some circumstances or some conflict may come up to give you the opportunity for resolution. Just keep in mind that handling whatever does come up will mean being very clear that being reactive or shutting down is not an option. Responding with any behavior that you know is not in the direction of healthy communication and resolution will only serve to make the problem worse. And remember, this Capricorn season is about resolving relationship issues, so that way you can release any heaviness or negative energy around the relationships and bring about a new energy. So this can be a very exciting time of growth and change for you Cancerians out there. Now, when it comes to romantic love, the 7th house sun transit is a very positive influence in terms of a heightened probability of meeting someone new if you are looking for love. But also during this 7th house sun transit, Venus will be shifting into Aquarius on January 2nd, which will be in your 8th house. So this will deepen your desire for love if you are looking for love, and it will also heighten your desire for physical intimacy. So just make sure that if you do meet someone new, that you don't allow the intensity of the physical connection to overshadow the necessity to really get to know this person for who they truly are before you make any long-term commitments. Not to mention, Mercury will be going retrograde during Capricorn season, so keep that in mind as well. And don't worry, I will make sure to have a video out on Mercury retrograde to give you the information that you need, so that way you can navigate the energy in the most productive way possible. Now, if you are already in a relationship, this 8th house Venus transit could bring a secret that one of you has to the surface. So be prepared for that. Now, if there are no secrets, be prepared for there to be an increase in your sexual connection during this time. Now, this could also be a time, because of the 8th house Venus transit, whether you are in a relationship or not, where a huge business opportunity could come your way. So in the midst of all this relationship focus, you could have a nice door open in that area. So it looks like for you Cancerians out there that this Capricorn season is going to be very exciting, emotionally expansive, spiritually enlightening, and a time of connection, both physically and emotionally, with some potential business opportunities coming your way as well. So embrace this transition from 2022 into 2023. Live it up, love it up. Happy New Year and happy Capricorn season. Okay, my powerful Leos, when the sun shifts into Capricorn for you, this will be in your 6th house. So Leos, as you begin the shift from 2022 into 2023, the main focus for you is going to be looking at your life in terms of what you are doing on a day-to-day basis and asking yourself, what are the things that I love about my life and that I want more of? And what are the things about my day-to-day life that I would love to see change? The good thing to know is your manifesting power in terms of making those big changes will be heightened during this time. Also, when it comes to what you do for a living, don't be surprised if you find yourself being called upon to handle tasks that are more tedious and that require more attention to detail. Also know that this will bring on more recognition for you when it comes to your professional world as well. Now, when it does come to your work and the people that surround you in that world, it will be important to make sure that if any sort of gossiping energy comes up, that you squash it immediately, and squash it by bringing truth to the situation. Meaning, if someone comes to you with some hearsay information, make sure to get whatever necessary facts and then proceed accordingly. That is, if it has anything to do with you at all. Now, if it doesn't, and it's something that does not concern you or have an effect on you, then disengage immediately and take your energy elsewhere. Now, Mercury retrograde will also be taking place during Capricorn season, and I will make sure to have a Mercury retrograde video out so that way you'll know know the best way to navigate that energy. But for now, just know that this will be one more reason to make sure that if any gossip energy does come up, that you stay as far away from it as possible because of the added confusion around communication that Mercury retrograde can bring. It is also good to know that the 6th house will bring a strong energy to your health. Meaning if there are any changes in that area in terms of a new workout plan or a new meal plan that you want to begin, now is an amazing time for this. So many people have a tendency to make their New Year's resolutions about getting in shape and getting healthy, but then it wears off about 2 weeks into the new year. Well, just know that if you decide to give this area of your life any energy, you will have a much higher likelihood of being successful because of this 6th house energy during this time. So also know that if you are aware that some changes should be made in this area of your life and you neglect making those changes, then it is highly likely that some health issues may manifest. So make sure to give your world of health the energy it deserves, Leos. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Aquarius on January 2nd, which will be in your 7th house. So if love is something that you've been looking to manifest, this is an excellent transit for that. And if you are already in a relationship, the 7th house is a strong energetic boost for clarity and connection. So if things are going good, they will only get better. But on the flip side, if things have been challenging, then this could be the perfect time that will determine whether or not the relationship is going to work. But just know that giving energy to resolving any issues would be a good idea because the 7th house does improve understanding and communication even in the face of the Mercury retrograde energy that will be taking place. So overall, Leos, Capricorn season looks like an exciting time of forward movement professionally. Also, when it comes to your health, and some fantastic energy for love. So embrace this energetic opening, live it up, love it up. Happy New Year and happy Capricorn season, Leos. Okay, my powerful Virgos, when the sun shifts into Capricorn for you, this is going to be in your 5th house. So Virgos, this is going to be an incredible shift from 2022 into 2023 for you. The 5th house brings on a surge of creativity and good times, which will amp up your manifesting power significantly. Virgo, you have a tendency to take things very seriously, which is what I love about you because you truly care. You care about making sure that if you decide to give your energy to something, then you are going to give it full focus and full commitment, and you do it the very best you can do it. And this is a beautiful trait, but because you care so much and because you hold yourself to a high standard, you can also find yourself experiencing a lot of pressure and a lot of stress. Well, this Capricorn season, being in your 5th house, is a time where you can begin to balance the energy of caring and giving full commitment with the energy of enjoying the process. Don't forget that life is meant to be enjoyed even when you are working to achieve your goals. This balance is not only important for your spiritual expression, but also important for your health, both mentally and physically. And the great thing about allowing yourself to have fun is you actually bring about more opportunity to achieve your goals. And by this, I mean when you are having fun and enjoying the moment, you are actually more open to receiving creative inspiration and ideas. That way you can use those creative inspiration and ideas towards building and achieving your goals. So keep that in mind, Virgos. This way, as you transition from 2022 into 2023, you will amp up your overall energetic vibration and your capability to manifest your desires. Now, the 5th house also brings energy to parenting and kids. So if you are in a relationship and you're thinking about having kids, this could be a very productive time in terms of that manifesting as well. Also, if you are already a parent, this is a very positive energy for you connecting with your children on a deeper level and just enjoying the interaction there. Now, the 5th house is also a very positive influence for studies of any kind. So if you are in school, this could prove to be a very productive and successful time for you when it comes to taking on any projects, or if there are any tests that you have coming up or going on during Capricorn season. This 5th house will lend to you getting a good result with those tests. So that is always good news. Now, the 5th house is also an excellent energy for dating and romance. So let's talk about Venus, which will be shifting into Aquarius on January 2nd, and that will be in your 6th house, which is Virgo's natural home. So if you're single and you're looking for love, Virgos, this Capricorn season is looking like the probability of you meeting someone new is amplified. However, remember, Mercury will be going retrograde during this time, which I'll make sure to put out a video for so you know how to navigate that energy. But in the meantime, just know that if you do meet someone new, be sure to take your time getting to know that person. So this way, once once Mercury goes direct, you can begin to take the relationship to the next level, knowing that there is no confusion or misrepresentations going on. Now, if you're already in a relationship, this 6th house Venus transit brings a very positive energy to your world of work and even to your health, which is always good news. And that actually applies to those of you that are single as well. So overall, Virgos, Capricorn season looks like a very positive 4-week phase for you, filled with good times, filled with new experiences, some potential new love, and even a boost to your professional world. So live it up, love it up. Happy New Year and happy Capricorn season, Virgos. Okay, my powerful Libras, when the sun shifts into Capricorn for you, this will be in your 4th house. So Libras, for you, this energy is actually one of the best houses for your transition from 2022 into 2023, especially with that Mercury retrograde energy that will be taking place during Capricorn season. And by the way, don't worry, I will make sure to have a Mercury retrograde video out so that way you know the best way to navigate that and be the most productive you can possibly be. But for now, just know that this 4th house energy will bring into focus how you truly feel about your home in terms of, does it serve as a safe space, being the supportive environment and recharging environment that you need it to be. You know, as a Libra, your surroundings are so important because they have such an impact on both your mental and your emotional disposition. So don't be surprised if during this Capricorn season you begin to notice what you love about where you call home, and also don't be surprised if you begin to notice what you want to change if there are things about home that you don't necessarily love. Now, this could mean for some of you that you will be considering the prospect of moving. Just make sure that you don't finalize that decision until after Mercury has gone direct, which will be on January 18th. So if you do plan on moving, then looking around and taking in all of your options, that would be the perfect thing to do during the Capricorn season phase. Then maybe make the final decision and then the move during Aquarius season. This way you avoid any Mercury retrograde drama. Now, the 4th house also brings energy to family relationships, so don't be surprised if not only you find yourself spending more time than usual with your family, but also if there are any lingering issues with certain family members, the issue may come to a head during the 4 weeks of Capricorn season. But just know that this is so you can face the situation and hopefully resolve it. And just remember, Libras, when it comes to family, sometimes the solution lies within not resisting who someone is and just accepting them for exactly who they are. Creating healthy boundaries, of course, in order to make sure that you are protecting your well-being, especially your mental well-being, but accepting that our souls are on their own path. And with family members, accepting them and loving them for who they are while creating those healthy boundaries we just talked about, that can go a long way. Now, when it comes to love, on January 2nd, Venus will be entering into Aquarius, which is in your 5th house, which is an absolutely excellent transit for love. So if you are single and you're looking for love, this is a highly favorable transit for this. Just make sure to be mindful of that Mercury retrograde energy, so that way you'll make sure to take your time and not get into anything too serious too quickly, which with you being a Libra, I really don't think I have to stress that point too much. Jumping into commitments really isn't your thing. And if you're already in a relationship, the 5th house Venus transit is excellent for the connection and the deepening of that love that the two of you have. And if by chance you two are thinking about creating a family, the Sun's 4th house transit, along with Venus transiting in the 5th house, is quite the positive combination for a high likelihood of bringing a new bundle of joy into the world. So be prepared for good news if that's something that you've been trying for. So overall, Libras, it looks like this Capricorn season will be the perfect transition from 2022 into 2023, bringing a focus to a strong home foundation and also some new exciting love. So embrace this energetic opening, live it up, love it up. Happy New Year and happy Capricorn season, Libras. Okay, my powerful Scorpios, when the sun shifts into Capricorn for you, this will be in your 3rd house. So be ready, Scorpios, for the energy to really pick up for you, meaning you are going to get a lot busier during this time in terms of just having so much more to take care of. You are actually great at organizing the most effective ways to handle a large to-do list, so this won't bring any problems your way. It will just be setting the tone for your transition from 2022 into 2023. So you want to make sure that you are prioritizing and giving your energy to the people and the things that you want to not only remain a part of your life, but when it comes to these people, you just want to make sure that these are the people that you want as part of your journey during 2023. And in terms of the things that you give your energy to, just make sure that they are the things that you want to see grow in your life and that you want more of. Now, this will also be an excellent time for making connections, Scorpio, so keep an eye out for meeting a person or even people that are new to your inner circle that could actually play a large role in your success relative to the year ahead. Also, keep your mind open to the idea that there could be someone that you already know that is in your inner circle that could be picking up more responsibility in terms of playing a more influential role in your life as well. Now, this is also a great transit for new ideas and new creative inspiration. Just make sure that if you do decide to start something new, that you are mindful of the Mercury retrograde dates and energy in terms of how it affects your sign. And don't worry, I will be putting a video out on this topic to make sure that you can navigate that in the most productive way possible. But in the meantime, just make sure that if you do have any new ideas or creative pursuits, that you pay extra attention to the details and structure a strong timeline schedule before you fully embark on that journey. Also, I know a lot of people love to make long-term goals for the new year during Capricorn season, and I'm not saying don't do that, but when you are setting your goals, it will be most effective if you write down the overall main things that you want to accomplish in 2023, but then make a secondary list of short-term goals that will support those overall goals. Because the third house energy is very supportive of completing those short-term goals and gaining momentum that way as opposed to just focusing on the long term. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Aquarius on January 2nd, which will be in your fourth house. So Scorpios, if you are single and you're looking for love, unfortunately, this fourth house Venus energy is not a strong indication of any new love coming your way. But whether you are single or already in a relationship, this fourth house Venus transit does really support healing any challenging relationships with family members. So this could actually be the perfect time to connect with a family member that you're having a challenging relationship with. So that way you go into the beginning of the new year with a new energy around that relationship and connection, and it will no longer serve as a point of stress or heaviness for you. As a side note, the fourth house energy also supports real estate investments, so you might want to look into something like that. So overall, Scorpios, Capricorn season looks like the start of some pretty positive momentum for you, some new connections, and even some healing energy when it comes to the family dynamic. So embrace this energetic opening, live it up, love it up. Happy New Year and happy Capricorn season, Scorpios. Okay, my powerful Sagittarians, when the sun shifts into Capricorn for you, this will be in your second house. So Sagittarius, this is a great energy for the ending of 2022 and the beginning of 2023. You just had your season, and I hope it was a good one. Your season was a time of rebirth and reinvention, and now the second house transit of Capricorn season is bringing you the opportunity to establish what your relationship with material wealth and abundance is going to be for 2023. So it will be very important to shed any negative energy that you have around any experiences related to money and embrace a perspective that supports you attracting as much money as possible. Now, as a Sagittarius, you naturally have a positive relationship with good fortune. However, like anyone else, if your thoughts and your perspective around money are in any way fear-based or grounded in lack, then you could have some blocks in this area. So keep your eyes open for an opportunity during this 4 weeks of Capricorn season for you to establish your worth. It could be something related to your job where you have an opportunity to ask for a raise. It could also be a situation where you want to purchase something for yourself, but you're hesitant because of the price. And in that case, this would be an opportunity to tell yourself, yes, budgeting is important, but it is also important to never operate from a place of fear of not having enough or fear of losing what you do have. If you feel you deserve something, go for it. And if it's expensive, make a plan for yourself on how you will attract the necessary funds to get yourself exactly what you deserve. Or the situation to establish your worth could come in the form of a relationship scenario where you might ask yourself the question, do I always put someone else first? Am I willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that that the people I love are happy, but then when it comes to me, do I do the same thing? Do I hold myself at the same level of importance? And the thing is, money is energy like everything else, and the belief you have about your self-worth, that creates the energy that will be reflected in the physical world around you in terms of what you manifest. So now is the time, Sagittarius, to transform any thought patterns or belief systems that do not support an endless stream of abundance. So that is your main theme for Capricorn season, being excited by the idea of attracting an energy that brings freedom, the freedom to do the things that you love to do, which is not only just have fun, but also to help anyone you want to help, or do something nice for whoever you want to do something nice for, while also building a very secure future for yourself. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Aquarius on January 2nd, which will be in your third house, which if you are single and looking to manifest love, just know that this third house energy does stir up some excitement in this area. It doesn't guarantee meeting someone new that has soulmate potential, but it also doesn't point to that not happening. So it is very possible, but just know that what this third house does guarantee is that you will be engaging more socially, which at least raises the possibility of love coming your way. Now, the third house is ruled by Gemini, so it actually is possible that you may meet more than one person of interest, but either way, at least you know there will be some excitement going on in this area. Now, if you are already in a relationship, this third house transit will bring a strong influence to your communication skills, which will be very helpful because Mercury will be retrograde for a portion of this Venus transit. So if some confusion comes along, you will be equipped to bring clarity to the situation, which is great news. So Sagittarius, it looks like Capricorn season is going to be a great start of strong momentum for you into 2023, especially when it comes to financial abundance. And it may even kickstart some romantic connections for you. One thing is for sure is that it will absolutely be an exciting 4 weeks. So live it up, love it up. Happy New Year and happy Capricorn season, Sagittarius. Okay, my powerful Capricorns, it is finally here, our season. And I want to wish all of you beautiful, focused, consistent Capricorns out there an upcoming year of good times, good fortune, strong connections, loving relationships, endless abundance, and most of all, love. So happy birthday, Capricorns. And when the sun shifts into Capricorn for you, this is going to be in your first house. Now, I want to give you a heads up that Mercury will be retrograde during our season, but don't worry, I will be putting out a video to make sure you have the tools to navigate that in the most productive way and avoid any unnecessary drama. But in the meantime, just keep that in mind as you navigate your season, because the first house is all about new beginnings. It's about reinvention and redefining the areas of your life that are most important to you. But Mercury retrograde can be tricky when it comes to starting something brand new. But the sun's energy as it transits through Capricorn is much more influential and will bring about opportunities in all areas of your life. Now, if there's something or someone that you are pretty much fed up with in terms of how the relationship is going or how the circumstances have played out up until this point, this is the time to either release that energy from your life or change the way that you navigate that situation. It is very important to make sure that you step into 2023 without any old baggage weighing you down. You want to have a clean slate and ample space to manifest the things that you truly desire, and this will be very possible as long as you don't allow old behaviors or counterproductive energy to get in your way. Now, this is the one time of year where it is important to tap into that part of you that dares to dream and that believes that all things are possible. As a Capricorn, you are very practical, so you need proof to believe anything. But it is important to understand that manifesting begins from that space of the unknown, and it is sparked by deep desire and inspiration. So when you do start to think of what you want to manifest, don't think of the likelihood of it happening based on the current circumstances. Instead, connect to the desire. Visualize the goal and know that your soul will lead you regarding the path that will take you exactly where you want to go. Trust that process and know that this is the time for new beginnings. So don't be surprised if certain areas of your life that you've been dissatisfied with become amplified to give you the opportunity either to let them go or to change the dynamic. Now, this could be relative to relationships, it could be relative to career, and even relative to your health and well-being. The first house begins your cycle of manifesting, so it is important for the energy to feel as new and as exciting as possible. Now, when it comes to love, on January 2nd, Venus will be shifting into Aquarius, which means that this isn't the strongest indication for new love, but with the sun transiting the first house, that does increase the odds. So this is good news for those of you that are single and looking for new love. However, whether you are single or whether you're already in a relationship, Venus transiting the second house is excellent for financial gain and abundance and the energy around material wealth. And I know as a Capricorn, everyone's always talking to us about money and assuming that that's all Capricorns care about, which is annoying and untrue. However, attracting abundance is very exciting. So why not embrace the energetic opening and capitalize on this opportunity? But when it comes to love, the momentum will be strong and steady, but not a high indication of someone new. So overall, Capricorns, your solar return is going to be a very exciting time of new beginnings, of new energy, new opportunities, and a renewed sense of optimism, while also bringing a steady support for love and a strong surge of financial gain. So live it up, love it up, happy new year, happy birthday, and happy Capricorn season. Okay, my powerful Aquarians, when the sun shifts into Capricorn for you, this will be in your 12th house. So this is absolutely perfect for you Aquarians out there, and let me tell you why. The 12th house is a time of looking inward and discovering who you have been in your life up until this point, who you are right now, and who you intend to be. This way you can become very clear on what it is you want to manifest in your life and why, and what better time to do this than at the end of 2022 going into 2023. Now be prepared for this to be an intense 4 weeks, not in the way where anything bad is going to take place necessarily. It's more intense in the way that your emotional awareness and responsiveness will be increased. There could also be some experiences that come up in order to trigger certain emotions. But this can actually be an exciting process if you look at this time period as both a mental and a spiritual cleansing. So embrace these emotions as they show up and know that they will be windows into what your truth is. And this truth will inform what steps you can take in order to begin the process of releasing the old and attracting the new. And this process will be coming to a close just as you begin to step into your season, which will be perfect timing for your rebirth and your reinvention during the 4 weeks of your solar return and the start of 2023. Now, it is important to know that Mercury will be going retrograde during Capricorn season, but don't worry, I've got you covered. I will definitely be putting out a video to help you make sure that you navigate that energy in the most productive way possible. But for now, just know that Mercury retrograde actually works very well with the sun's transit through the 12th house for you, because Mercury retrograde is all about going back and redoing anything that you want to improve and reassessing your life situation. And the 12th house, bringing a spiritual cleansing, only adds to the universe's support of your journey as you uncover the answers to where your life is going and why. So this is very exciting, Aquarius. Now, when it comes to love, in the midst of your spiritual retreat, Venus will be shifting into Aquarius on January 2nd, which will be in your first house. So this is also very exciting for those of you that are single and looking for new love, because this does indicate a heightened likelihood of you meeting someone new. Just make sure to take your time getting to know this person because of the Mercury retrograde energy. And I know as an Aquarius, you usually don't rush into any commitments as it is, but just keep that in mind. Now, if you are already in a relationship, this is a great energy for bringing some new excitement to the connection, and added to the sun's 12th house energy and the Mercury retrograde transit, this could also be a time where the two of you gain a new understanding of your relationship in a way that either deepens the connection or in a way that leads you in the direction of disconnect. But both scenarios will be good because they will be rooted in truth and what is best for your soul's journey, Aquarius. So it looks like overall this Capricorn season is going to be an intensely revealing and spiritually enlightening time for you, with some potential for new or deepening love. So live it up, love it up. Happy New Year and happy Capricorn season, Aquarius. Okay, my powerful Pisces, when the sun shifts into Capricorn for you, this will be in your 11th house. So Pisces, buckle up. This is going to be a very fun and exciting 4 weeks for you. And I know you've had to wait all year for this transit, but it is going to be worth it. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because the 11th house is my personal favorite, and this is because it is the house of companionship and friendship, yes, but this is also the house of dreams coming true, and there is nothing more exciting than that. And as the ultimate dreamer, you as a Pisces can look forward to a 4-week period of manifesting and the excitement surrounding that sort of energy. Now, Mercury will be going retrograde during this Capricorn season, and don't worry, I'll make sure to put a video out so that way you know the most productive way to navigate that energy. But for now, don't let that discourage you. Just know that it may take a little bit more in terms of patience and a little bit more in terms of paying attention to details to make sure that you get done what you need to get done. But the stars have aligned in terms of bringing your desires to to fruition. So keep your thoughts focused on your personal vision, Pisces, and only think of how this is going to work out great for you, as opposed to thinking of any obstacles or of any disappointments from the past. Now, the 11th house is all about groups and companionship as well. So keep your awareness heightened for a connection that will be made with someone that will play a major role in assisting you when it comes to achieving your goals. Also keep in mind that because much of this energy will be during Mercury retrograde, that more than likely this person will be someone either from your past or someone that you already know, and they will just now be expanding who they are in your life in terms of taking on a new role. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Aquarius on January 2nd, which will be in your 12th house. So in the midst of this Capricorn season excitement, if you are single and you're looking for new love, this 12th house transit indicates that it is likely that if you do meet someone new, that the relationship may be one of those types of relationships that you decide to keep to yourself for a while, which actually, because of the Mercury retrograde energy, could be a great idea. Because if you do end up making a potential love connection, it will be a good idea to really take your time when it comes to getting to know this person on a deep level. But meeting someone new is indicated with this 12th house transit working with the sun's 11th house transit. That is, if love is something that you've been wanting and focused on for a while. Now, if you are already in a relationship, this 12th house Venus transit indicates that you may come across a situation where your significant other needs your help in some way. So be prepared for this, which I know as a Pisces, you're always prepared when it comes to being there for someone that you truly love. Also know that if something like this does show up, this will be an experience that brings the two of you closer together. So overall, Pisces, this Capricorn season looks like it is going to be the perfect momentum for the close of 2022 into the start of 2023. And there may be a few bumps in the road because of Mercury retrograde, but overall it is a very positive, energetic opening for you. So live it up, love it up. Happy New Year and happy Capricorn season, Pisces. Okay, so there you have it. What to expect for love and your life overall during this Capricorn season from December 21st to January 20th. So let's stay focused on making the choices that lead to the actions that support your truth and will assist you in manifesting the things that you desire and definitely deserve. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget the baby tap. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I'd love it if you guys shared some of your goals for 2023 in the comment section. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.